on this computer. All right, everyone, welcome. If you don't know me or I haven't had the pleasure of meeting you yet, my name is Brooke Aaliyah. I have been using doTERRA now for about 3.5 years. I love talking about doTERRA as a business because I'm one of those who started using doTERRA's products never with the intention of doing doTERRA as a business. I'm an entrepreneur. I have my own law office, and I thought I was pretty set with my law office and kind of planned my future around all the years of education that I had along the way. And it wasn't until I started using doTERRA's products frequently and regularly in my home that I started thinking about the possibilities and the potentials of having a doTERRA business. So I'm really excited to share with you guys tonight that are on and those who catch this later on a recording. I'm just excited that you guys are even open to hearing about doTERRA as a business. I know all of us who are on tonight's call are somewhere on my team, which means you've already experienced how amazing doTERRA's essential oils are and their other products, and I'm sure they've made an impact on your life and the lives of those close to you, and that's kind of why you're tuning in tonight. I have to confess, I was one of those for a long time who said I want nothing to do with the business, to Brianne Houston, if you know who she is. I was the first person she ever enrolled, and for a long time I told her I wanted nothing to do with the business. I was not open to it, and it wasn't until it almost became a necessity in my home that I became more open to it when my husband said, "You're spending so much money. I need you to figure out how you're going to get these products paid for." And 3.5 years later, I'm here with an amazing team. We have an amazing purpose, and I love working with each and every one of you, our builders, our sharers, our customers. So again, congratulations on being open enough to listen to what we're going to talk about tonight. So welcome to my class. Like I mentioned, I absolutely love helping people discover and understand the essential oil lifestyle. I have seen such a personal transformation in myself as a result of using doTERRA essential oils, as well as in my family. You don't know my personal story. The reason I started was because of my daughter. And once I saw the transformation in her health, I thought, why not try it for myself? So a little bit added up to where we are today. So I'm extremely motivated to make a positive impact in this world by helping people create freedom. I believe that many people settle for mediocrity. I was one of those when they deserve greatness. And it's my honor to help you realize your potential tonight so that you can achieve everything you desire and more. So let me go ahead here. So let's think a little bit about what your goals are. I always think it's important for people to think about their desired outcome from an experience. So just take a few minutes and kind of answer these questions that I'm going to put out there to yourself. So 1, are you interested in starting an essential oils business? 2, do you have a burning desire to become an entrepreneur? And are you considering different options? Do you have an existing business that maybe you can incorporate essential oils into? And do you already have an essential oil business, but you're kind of figuring out ways to take it to the next level? So these questions are kind of intended to just initiate thought so that you guys have kind of a goal going forward as to what that will look like for you personally. I always say that everybody's journey is different. So I don't ever experience or want someone to think, I can't do this business because I can't do this business like Brooke or like Stephanie or like Christina. We all have our own journey in doTERRA, which I think is one of the amazing things about doTERRA business. So just think about you as we go through some things in your life and what that looks like to you. So I want to create some structure for those. So here's kind of a little bit of a loose agenda. And you guys, again, feel free to post any questions you have in the chat along the way. And once I finish, I'll open up the chat, and then I'll open up the audio so you can ask questions. So for the agenda, we're going to talk about the differences between traditional employment versus entrepreneurship versus doTERRA. So those are 3 different areas that we're going to cover. We're going to talk about what it means to build a pipeline of residual income. I know you hear that, or you may start hearing that more, like build a pipeline, but a lot of people aren't really clear on what is a pipeline. I certainly wasn't when I first started in my doTERRA business. We're going to talk about what makes doTERRA unique. We're going to cover the compensation plan, and we're going to talk about the level of commitment required to build a successful doTERRA business, what that startup cost looks like, what you will receive once you get started, and then the next steps. So let's just think a little bit before we dig into the doTERRA opportunity. I have some more questions for you to help assess whether becoming a wellness advocate is the right decision for you. So we kind of have different labels in the doTERRA world. There are wholesale customers, which are those who just love the product and want to get it at a discounted rate of 25%. And then there are wellness advocates like myself and Stephanie and Christina, who have goals of sharing it with others to either pay for oils or supplement our income or just obtain financial freedom. So if your answer is yes to a majority of the questions I'm going to pose to you, then you're going to be in for a real treat. So the first question is, do you desire to work in the health and wellness industry, right? That's really important when we're thinking about doTERRA. Are you passionate about helping people? Have you always believed that you were destined to make a difference in this world? Are you tired of working diligently, maybe for somebody else's dreams, if you're an employee? Would you like to be your own boss? Do you want to determine how much money you want to make on a daily basis? Maybe you're tired of living paycheck to paycheck. Do you want work to fit into your life as opposed to life fitting into your work? And does working from anywhere really get you excited? I know for me personally, that's one of the most important things to me. I cannot wait until my husband retires and we can relocate, and I literally can work from anywhere because we've kind of been tied to a specific location because of his job. So like I mentioned, if most of your answers are yes, then doTERRA might be absolutely perfect for you. Oops, I jumped ahead. So let's dare to dream big for a second. I'm going to give you guys all permission, not that you need it, but if you follow me on Instagram, I talked about this the other day. I am not what I would call a big dreamer. I'm very realistic. I'm very practical. But the longer I'm in doTERRA, the more I am dreaming bigger. So I want to set the stage for our time together, because one of the most important aspects of being a successful wellness advocate is the ability to dream big. Sorry, I had to mute someone. I was getting some background noise there. So we're back to dare to dream big. So we are all limited by our imagination. And if you think back to your childhood, when we used to think about being an astronaut or an athlete, or my 10-year-old daughter dreams of being a dancer, nothing stops us or children, if you have children now, from dreaming big, right? It's not until we get older and we start seeing limitations. So when we're thinking about the questions I asked you earlier, I want you to dive a little bit deeper. And I'm not going to ask you guys to share these because they can be personal, but just think about them as we're going through this. Is your life, meaning your health, your relationship, your finances, your career, your spirituality, exactly where you want it to be right now? Would you still work at your current job if money weren't an issue? If you didn't need the paycheck that you get every week or every 2 weeks, would you still be doing what you're doing? What are your highest values in life? What are your financial goals? And if you're currently not financially free, how long will you have to work where you're working right now in order to get there? What are some consequences of not creating your dream life? And what if you woke up each morning with enthusiasm and excitement for life? What if your family and personal life came before your career and you were still able to hit your financial goals? What would you change in your life right now if you could? If you were making $500 more a month, what would that do for your family? How about $1,500 more a month? $5,000 more a month? $10,000 more a month? Or even $30,000 more a month? Do you even allow yourself to dream that big? I know for a long time I didn't. So doTERRA makes dreams possible. And since dreams are really unique to the beholder, the outcome of your doTERRA experience will be what you make of it. But here's just a quick list of some of the many benefits that doTERRA offers. One, we get to work from home or anywhere, to be honest. One of our upline, Kathy, she travels all around the world, does her doTERRA business from there and in an RV. You get to become your own boss. You get to create a schedule that allows you to focus on what's most important in your life. You get to have a position that really impacts others in the world. You get to be a part of an incredible team of like-minded people. You get to feel fulfilled each day when you go to bed. And of course, you can change your financial future. And these are just some of the benefits of why I get so excited to share doTERRA, the business opportunity with other like-minded people, like you guys who tuned in tonight on a Tuesday at 7 o'clock. So never be an employee again. And you know, some people are built to be employees, which is totally awesome. But with doTERRA, the experience is completely different. For example, the following are characteristics of employment opportunities. So this is when we talk about employment. We talk about trading hours for dollars, endless politics to make it to the top, limit on promotions and finances, you're reliant on your employer's vision, limited time, limited freedom. Some people have a lengthy and stressful commute to and from work. But on the other end of the spectrum, with doTERRA, we get true and lasting residual income. We get rewarded simply for helping others succeed. You have an unlimited reach in earning potential, which I'll cover in a little bit. One of my favorite things is there are no prerequisites in order to be a wellness advocate. In order for me to be a lawyer, I went to night school for 9 years, and then I had to take a bar exam. With doTERRA, you don't need college. You don't have to take an exam. You don't have to take out student loans or anything like that. Anyone can be a wellness advocate, but on top of that, doTERRA gives us so much free education to support you wherever you are. And that's just amazing to me. Just as a side note, I had lunch with another friend who's an attorney the other day, and we were talking about when we were raised as children, we were never taught that we could be entrepreneurs. We were always taught, you go to school, you go to college, you get a really good job, you be an employee, you work your way up, you have a retirement, you retire, and that's it. And us becoming entrepreneurs was something that just kind of happened because we didn't want to do the trading hours for dollars. We didn't want somebody else setting our own schedule. So now looking back, I think, dang, if I would have had doTERRA 15 years ago, I could have saved myself a lot of money and a lot of education. But that's neither here nor there. Just know that anybody can do doTERRA, and you have the freedom to choose your schedule. You can work from anywhere, and you don't have to worry about a commute. This is one of my favorite quotes. It's amazing how people think 4 years is a long time to succeed in a business, but they think it's all right to stay broke for 40 years. One point that I really want to stress and make sure that I get across is that success does take time. And just because you decide to become a wellness advocate doesn't mean you will have all of the benefits I just shared in one day. This is a real business. In any real business, there are trials and tribulations. But what makes doTERRA different is that you're part of a team of people who want you to win, maybe even more than you want to sometimes. So our philosophy is that together we achieve more. Let me see something. I got to chat really quick. Oh, Stephanie says that's a good quote. Okay. Yeah, so think about that. So let's talk about doTERRA versus business ownership, which I can totally testify to because I own my own business aside from doTERRA. So we have many business owners on our team right now that are wellness advocates, and they almost all say what I say. Why did I not start sooner? Being a business owner is often really hard, and the risk is really substantial. Personally, I think this is a reason why more qualified people do not become entrepreneurs because of the uphill battle to success as an owner of a business. I know a ton of people that are qualified to be business owners, but literally tell me, Brooke, it's not worth it. So let's just take a look at some of the challenges business owners face. The average startup right now in the United States is $30,000 plus all of your ongoing month-to-month expenses. You have employees to pay. Us business owners have a lot of hats to juggle. For me, I'm an attorney, but then when I'm in the office, I'm an office manager, I'm a boss, I'm the payroll clerk, I'm the marketer. Some businesses also have to stock product and inventory. And again, going into business is really, really risky. And one of the things that is the biggest detriment is if I'm not working, I don't get paid. If I don't go to court and represent my clients, I don't get paid. So in the business world, that's called trading hours for dollars. If I don't work, I don't get dollars. So on the other hand, with doTERRA and being a wellness advocate, this can be a better decision for most people because the startup cost is just the cost of your own products. There's no overhead. There's no employees to pay. You do not have to buy doTERRA products and stock inventory, right? Because doTERRA sends everything your clients purchase straight to them. There's no billing. You don't have to worry about billing. And the risk of owning a doTERRA business is completely taken out of the equation, and we're going to go over that in just a little bit. And then with the pipeline and building residual income, you're no longer trading hours for dollars. So let's talk a little bit about the power of residual income. So they say the secret to wealth, financial freedom, and being able to do whatever you want and whenever you want is residual income. Too many people trade time for money, and the outcome is full of limitations and compromises. So what everyone really needs is residual income. That's personally why I got started with my doTERRA business. So whether you're a student, a health professional, a corporate executive, a stay-at-home mom, a lawyer, a parent, or you're still not even sure what your label is, building this type of lifestyle or income into your lifestyle will give you what you've always dreamed of, but were unable to attain. So residual income comes from building an asset. And then that asset is going to continue to pay you out long after you've done that work. So you need to think of your doTERRA business as an asset because it really is. And the more you grow in doTERRA, the more you'll see that your business is actually valuable and it is worth money. I know this because I've seen some leaders go through divorces where the courts actually value their doTERRA business as an asset. And we don't always think of that when we're doing it because we're like, oh my gosh, we love our oils, we share our oils, we get paid for sharing our oils. But it is a legitimate business that in the eyes of the court will be valued and can be separated. So once you get started and you begin sharing oils, you're going to find people just like yourself who are yearning to create freedom. So they're going to join your team, and then you'll begin to earn income as they achieve success. And we like to call this everybody wins. So the key here is leverage. It's all about leverage. And if you decide to build with us, then I can promise you that your upline and the leaders on the team will dedicate themselves to helping make it a reality for you. So let's talk a little bit about why doTERRA is unique, aside from the fact that we all love essential oils, right? I remember when I first learned about doTERRA, I was incredibly impressed. But over time, this company has reached an entire new level of impact for me personally. I would even venture to say that doTERRA is one of the best companies in the world. let alone in the direct selling industry. First, we are the largest essential oil company in the world, and not only are we the largest, but we're also debt-free. doTERRA as a company is debt-free. And this is important because when you decide to partner with a company, their stability as a company is a key ingredient to your success in your business. The executive team of business, marketing, and health professionals together combined possess over 150 years of relevant industry experience, and their primary focus is making a difference in this world. doTERRA was established in 2008, and within 7 years was a billion-dollar company, and that happened in 2015. And that's twice as fast as the fastest network marketing company. So I'm not going to play this slide for you because when I look through my images here, it looks like absolutely everybody here is already using oils. So we know how amazing their oils are and what sets them apart from other companies. So let's talk about retention. And that's one of the biggest factors to doTERRA's growth and their success. In the direct sales and network marketing industry, the retention is calculated on a 3-month cycle. So it's how many people are still actively buying the products 3 months after they joined a company. So the average retention in the industry is 8%. So this means that if you signed up 10 people this month in September as customers, you would have less than 1 actively buying your product after 3 months. So you're losing more than 90% of your customers, which means when October rolls around, you're going to have to start all over again. However, with doTERRA, we have approximately a 65% retention rate. So this means if you sign 10 people up to be customers, instead of only having less than 1 after 3 months, you would have somewhere between 6 to 7. And this means that you're not starting over every 3 months, and your business can actually build momentum because the majority of people are fully engaged in your offering. And this allows you to focus on building a team, which is the catalyst to residual income. And just so you know why our retention rate in the industry is leading, it's because people love our products, right? We all love our products. We all spend more than $100 every month. I actually have to try really hard to keep it under $300 because people love our products. They work, they are life-changing, they're backed by science, and they're the highest quality. And one more important point I have to say is don't be afraid to sell. Our primary focus as wellness advocates is to educate people and sell them essential oils. That's part of any business. So the key to succeeding in business and solving problems is if someone has a challenge in their life and we can offer a solution, then there's always a business to be born. And enough people have that same challenge and you're offering solutions, then an empire can be established. And this is why I believe that doTERRA is a perfect business opportunity for the right person. So listen to these. If you're a number person like me, 73% of the general population right now is looking to natural products to improve their health. 51% of the general population has used essential oils in some capacity. Of that general population, only 13% are familiar with doTERRA essential oils. And of those 13%, only 7% use doTERRA. So what do these numbers mean? There's huge opportunity right now to share doTERRA essential oils and to build a successful business built on demand. So we know that not all oils are created equally, right? I want to go back to the doTERRA products for another post because our products sell themselves, and 2 of the reasons are quality and positive impact. So we talk about quality. doTERRA's products are CPTG, Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade. And this is really important because every oil is void of fillers, synthetics, dyes, pesticides, contaminants of any kind. Simply put, they're pure, unadulterated oil. And the ingredients are sourced by a global network and leading essential oil chemists and growers to ensure the correct species grow in their ideal environments. And that all raw plant materials were carefully harvested at the proper time. doTERRA has a new saying that's one of my favorite, and it's most tested, most trusted. And I tell people that all the time. So we're going to skip the slide on CPTG because most of you have done oil camp or have been around long enough to understand it. But in addition, and this is something I don't think I really grasped the nature of until I grew with the company and I went to convention and post-convention, but one of my favorite parts of this company is that doTERRA is committed to making a positive impact on the world. And I always tell people when I buy a bottle of essential oil, I know that I'm not just giving my family the purest, most tested essential oil, but with each bottle I purchase, I'm helping someone else somewhere around the world who would not have benefited had it not been for doTERRA. And this is done through their co-impact sourcing. So as wellness advocates, as we share these oils and we enroll people, we can know that every person we are sharing doTERRA with is making a positive impact to farmers all around this world. It's so much more than just us. It's so much more than just our family or just our team. It literally is on a global perspective. doTERRA works with farmers, harvesters, distillers across the globe who contribute to doTERRA's oil production. They source almost half of their essential oils from over 40 countries. And the majority of these countries are underdeveloped or developing countries. So not only does this help to ensure that our oils are the best quality because they're grown in the environment where they thrive the best, but like I mentioned, that ripple effect occurs on the economy from where those oils are sourced. So we have sustainable jobs that are created. They get reliable income for what they produce in these underdeveloped areas. And doTERRA is committed to ethical treatment of its suppliers by providing on-time payments at fair prices, which does not normally happen in these developing countries. So in addition to sharing essential oil, sorry, I get so excited about co-impact sourcing, but in addition to sharing the essential oils with the world, doTERRA has created the Healing Hand Foundation, which is their charitable organization, which provides crucial funding and resources to create social impact projects that improve lives in the larger community. So they do micro loans for farmers in these underdeveloped countries. They build medical clinics. They build schools. After that huge earthquake in Nepal, they started rebuilding the communities there. They've installed drinking water in Haiti, where we get vetiver from. I mean, if you've never watched some of these Healing Hands videos on YouTube, I would really encourage you to. And as wellness advocates, we actually have the opportunity to be a part of some of these mission trips. And I, for one, keep putting my name in. I cannot wait for the day that I get to participate in one. I just feel like it would be life-changing. Through the foundation's efforts, lives are freed of disease and poverty. Communities are empowered with the tools they need to become self-reliant. So doTERRA is a phenomenal company if you are not already aware of that. So let's talk about the best business decision. So over the next 10 minutes, I'm going to cover how much can I earn, how do I do the business, what does it cost? So let's start with how you make money. The first one is through retail sales. So when you become a wellness advocate with doTERRA, you get your own website. People can go to your website. They can order an oil. Let's say they order peppermint essential oil. They pay full price at retail. You can earn 25% of that. They also have something called a fast start bonus. So this is paid weekly. And this bonus is awesome, and it's designed to get you to a fast start by helping you create immediate income. So every person, for simple math, that you enroll with 100 PV order, you get paid 20% of that order. And doTERRA pays that weekly. So you'll get a check the next week for 20%. So you would get $20. Well, whoever enrolled you is also going to get a percentage, and they're going to get 10%. And the person who enrolled them is going to get paid 5%. So it's paid on 3 levels, and that occurs for 60 days. So this becomes important for residual income as you build your team down. So as you start finding builders and they start enrolling people, you will also get paid a percentage of their commission just as they do. The next is the Power of 3 bonus. And this is an important bonus, and it's really designed to just help you structure your doTERRA business effectively. So each one of these are independent of each other. Retail is on its own, Fast Start is on its own, and the Power of 3 is a different way that you can get paid out. So while you could potentially sponsor all of your new enrollments, this is always not the best strategy. So I always tell people, when you're first starting a business, really work with your mentor on structure, because the sooner you can build down like this, the sooner you can get to your bonuses. So to qualify for the Power of 3, you set up 3 people. You have one person, you enroll 3 people, and they have orders over 100 LRP. Then you get your $50 bonus. And then that goes up to $250 as you build your organization. And then eventually you can get paid a $1,500 bonus check each month. And that's separate of Fast Start and commissions. So this is another way that you can earn with doTERRA. And then the next way is unilevel. So we talked about how Fast Start gets paid out for 60 days. After 60 days, the people you enroll move to unilevel. So doTERRA offers a unilevel organizational monthly bonus, which is paid monthly. So you can see that those on your front line are paid at 2%, and as you build your organization down, you get paid the highest percentage on your lowest line, which is 7%. So the image represents your team growing at a multiple of 3. And if each person purchased 150 PV of product, your check would be around $32,000 a month. And this is commissions. And this is separate from the $1,500 bonus, and it's separate from retail. doTERRA also has leadership pools. I don't want to go into this a lot because they don't really start until you hit the level of premier in your business or higher. But just know that doTERRA has bonus pools that are set up to reward leaders on the collective success of each month. So depending on which rank you are will depend on what percentage you get. So this kind of, just so you have an idea, this is a little bit of an older image because it starts with silver here, but doTERRA's recently changed it where it starts with premier, and then it goes all the way up to presidential diamond. But you can just see what the average annual earnings are for each of these ranks. So what I love about doTERRA is that regardless of the business size you desire to build, there's a place for you to create something really special while also gaining a community of extremely like-minded people. As you can see on this chart, there's a substantial amount of money that can be made, and your financial reward is directly tied to the number of lives that you change. And the key is that you remain open to the endless possibilities for your life. The one requirement for joining any doTERRA team is dreaming big. Maybe dreaming has been something that you're afraid of because people in your life have said that you're unrealistic. I could be one of those people once upon a time. Maybe dreaming has become too painful because of many aspirations have not manifested. Maybe dreaming is a loss of art because it's become years since you gave yourself permission. Regardless of your story around dreaming, I just ask that you throw it away and write a new novel of endless opportunity. When you join our team, we will work together to bring vision to your life And yes, it will be work, but it will be the most rewarding experience, I can tell you. And if you allow yourself to be completely immersed, you'll never look back. Which brings me to my next question. What kind of doTERRA business do you want to create? So if your goal is to get free product each month, then we would say you commit about 3 to 5 hours each week towards your doTERRA business. If your goal is to supplement your income, so you're thinking somewhere between like $2,000 to $4,600, then your goal should be to commit about 8 to 12 hours each week to your doTERRA business. And then if your goal is to go full-time and replace or multiply your income, then it's 30 to 40 hours a week towards your business. All options are perfect, and it really just depends on which path is most perfect for you. So we come for the products and stay for the products and the people. This is something I share with my team all the time because our products are absolutely in a league of their own, and they really do change lives. I can promise you that. And everyone, I don't think I have anybody new on tonight's call who has not experienced doTERRA's products. So you guys, I'm sure, can all attest to the same thing. If you're someone that yearns to be healthy, contribute to humanity, and have the desire to grow, I want you to know that you belong on our team, and I'm so excited that you are here. There is definitely no limit what you can learn or earn in this business. This is totally your choice. I have people who just want to earn their products for free every month. And then I have my best friend who's right above me, who is a diamond going for blue diamond. So it really just depends on what your goal is. And know that a lot of our goals changed as we moved through this company. So some of us started with wanting to get our oils paid for. And then once that happened, you kind of see that opportunity, and we all just started moving forward. So I hope you guys are excited. Let me see if I have anything else. So it's really, as far as how to get started, you guys are already enrolled. So you have everything you need as far as what products you need. In order to be a wellness advocate and to be paid out commissions, you have to purchase a monthly order on the Loyalty Rewards Program, and it's a minimum 100 PV per month. doTERRA will not pay out commissions or bonuses or any of that if you do not place that order. And that order is meant for a few different reasons. One, it's supposed to supply you with the oils you need to share with others. Two, it's supposed to help you expose yourself to everything doTERRA offers so that you know about the products before sharing with others. And then I know sometimes this comes up, but we go in and we edit our carts, and sometimes we delete items. Our LRP cart always needs to be at 100 PV. So if you go in and change and you're like, oh, I'll go back in a few days and add it back to 100, because doTERRA pays out weekly, you will miss a paycheck. So I just like to put that caveat in there that your LRP cart is always at 100 PV. Do not let it fall below it, because you will miss out on your check. One of the awesome things, if you're not familiar with the LRP program, is after some time, you start increasing in points, which is awesome. You've been doing it as long as I have. We get 30% back on every order in points. So simple actions bring wonderful rewards. Step one, get enrolled. You guys have all done that. Step two is receive training. We have ample training opportunities on our team. We have a business boot camp. We are all participating in something called the Emerge training, which is all online. So if you think, I would love to do this, I love essential oils, but Brooke, I do not do sales, I don't want to sell things, then you are talking to the right person, because prior to doTERRA, I also had never been in sales. But we have solutions for that. We have programs for it. We have training for it. We offer business mentoring. If you're not part of our business group, we also have a business group. So just know that you will never, ever, ever be alone in this business. I promise there are a ton of people who are willing and able and excited and ready to help you guys out. So here's another one of my favorite quotes because it actually applied to me. The default for many people is to postpone their lives, right? I'll get started tomorrow. I'll make that next year's New Year's resolution. I need to wait for the perfect time, or I just need more time to do it, which we all know that's never going to happen. The reality is that the best time to plant a tree was yesterday, but the second best time is today. So if anything in this experience piqued your interest, then I say commit and go, and we are excited. I know doTERRA has profoundly changed my life in so many ways, and I promise it will do the same for you if you allow it to. So I believe that is it. So thank you so much. And again, I always say this, but let's change the world together. So I'm going to stop share now. And, oh, we had some other people join us. Let me know, you guys, what questions you have. You can unmute yourselves if you don't know how to do that. Turn your video on and raise your hand, and I will unmute you. You can also post in the chat